fact, you know what Paul's doing here is he's calling out people who are serving Christ. Today, your objective as we go through these names is maybe you can identify with one of these people. The first character is Tychicus. Obviously not famous, because I don't see a lot of kids running around with the name Tychicus. Listen to the adjectives here. He is a beloved brother. He is a faithful minister. He is a fellow servant. The second character is Onesimus. We see in verse 9, it says, and with him Onesimus, our faithful and beloved brother. You'll find that Onesimus is a bondservant. Many of us are like bondservants because we've overextended maybe our credit, our home, our car, or whatever it may be, and it's distracting us from the ministry that God has in fact called you to do. Aristarchus, my fellow prisoner, greets you, and Mark, the cousin of Barnabas. Aristarchus, man, he is this guy who gave everything to follow and to proclaim Christ. Just a few short years from now, Mark and Barnabas will abandon the ministry and the evangelism efforts of Paul, ultimately to circle back and to rejoin the team. Maybe some of us have had that in our life where we feel like, man, I just haven't been that dedicated, that following of Jesus Christ. I haven't been that involved with the church, and I've kind of quit. Well, be like Mark, just circle back. Justus, or Jesus, who we call Justus, he helps pay for his ministry by holding down a job and working. A lot like Paul, who is a tent builder so that he can do ministry. Or the doctor, beloved physician, Luke. He's a compassionate caregiver, as many of you are. And then he throws out this term right here at the end. There's no adjective to describe this guy. Nothing. He just says, oh, and Demas too. Demas in 2 Timothy 4:10 is in love with the present world. And he has deserted me, Paul says, and gone on to Thessalonica to pursue the world. Demas is a consumer. Demas just kind of comes in and out of church at his convenience. He comes in on irregular times. He shows up. He'll show up and nail some nails to build a home down in Rocky Point. He'll show up to serve the poor down at the mission field. He'll show up at these events and he'll be a participant here in the stands. But he is not a part of the team. My question today is, are you a spectator or are you on this team? Are you a consumer waiting to be entertained? Or are you ready to get up and do your job?